earnings this week, folks. Microsoft beats estimates by bringing in $25.7 billion in revenue. $0.78 EPS riding on strong cloud growth. Samsung's dismal financial show continues, with expectations of even slower growth this year. BlackBerry's first Android smartphone, the Priv, finally comes to India. And we've got lots more. It's Sunday, January 31st, and this is the Bulletin, powered by Ambrain India. And maintaining the strong week that it has been for companies reporting earnings this week, Microsoft has once again beaten the Wall Street estimates by bringing in $25.7 billion in revenues. The Redmond giant beat those estimates by riding on strong growth from cloud, with Intelligent Cloud growing at 5%, bringing in $6.3 billion. But the highlight of them all was the Azure, which grew a whopping 140%. However, the smartphone business isn't bearing any fruit to Microsoft at all. The company reported sales of a measly 4.5 million Lumias, accounting for about 1% of the overall smartphone market share. Talking about smartphones, Samsung, the once glorious Android king of that world, continues to see a dismal financial position. The company reported a net profit of $2.7 billion during the October-December quarter, which is about 40% less from the same period of last year. In fact, this time, Samsung's semiconductor business, which usually performs well, showed signs of slowing down. However, the company witnessed a 16% increase in operating profits year over year, which stood at $5.05 billion. Smartphones business, though, continued on that down curve with profits of 2.23 trillion won, a 7.3% decline from the last quarter. And BlackBerry's Priv, the Canadian smartphone maker's first Android device, is finally coming to India. The smartphone is priced close to Rs 63,000 and started selling yesterday. The Priv currently runs on Android 5.1.1 Lollipop out of the box and features a 5.4-inch QHD 1440 by 2560 pixels AMOLED display with a pixel density of 540 pixels per inch. Powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 hexa-core processor, the Priv comes with 32 gigs of storage and 3 gigabytes of RAM. Apple is reportedly in stages of introducing long-distance wireless charging for its devices. Now, Samsung's Galaxy S6 and the Galaxy S6 Edge devices already come with wireless charging. But it's the range here that will give Apple an advantage. Wireless charging has traditionally been a tough nut to crack. The biggest issue plaguing manufacturers is the fact that power loss increases drastically with increase in distance. Apple, however, is already in possession of some related patents, including one from 2010, which envisaged using an iMac personal computer as a wireless charging hub at a distance of about 1 meter. And while we'll have to wait and see when Apple actualizes this tech, Paytm, the Alibaba-backed payment services to e-commerce company, has struck a fresh deal with AliCloud, Alibaba's cloud computing arm. According to the deal, Paytm will get a sum of $18 million to channelize AliPay's payment service technology through AliCloud in India, thus giving the Chinese e-commerce giant a deeper presence in India. Once both the services are integrated, users in China will be able to use AliPay to shop on an Indian site, and Indian shoppers can buy items on AliPay-supported platforms in China, Japan, US, and the UK. That's cool. Alphabet, the parent company which will now be the mother of all of Google's scattered businesses, has said that it will announce the results of its fourth quarter on February 1st under 2 categories. The first category will include core Google areas like Gmail, VR, Android, Search, Ads, YouTube, etc., while the second category will include Nest, Google Fiber, Access Calico, Life Science Division Verily, etc. This will be the first time, though, that investors will get to see an accurate picture of other Google's businesses apart from Google's search-based businesses. Previously, the consolidated report showed the total financial performance of the company, which included every business area without any demarcations. Now, let's quickly catch up with some notable startup activity rounds up from the past 3 days. Contactless payment services provider ToneTag has announced the launch of blockchain. Blockchain creates a distributed public ledger that records all transactions in a particular system. The blocks are linked to each other in a linear chronological order, where each new block contains the hash details of the previous block. Thus, creating a chain of transactional information where each new block is added protects the information in the previous one. Shuttle, the Gurgaon-based bus aggregation platform, has crossed the 1 million rides milestone within 10 months of operation. All this transition of commuters into the public transportation system has meant that over 4,700 cars are off the road, the company stated. This means that about 5 million rupees worth of fuel is saved each day. Good going, Shuttle. In shorts, the Tiger Global-backed, globally one of the most heavily funded news aggregator apps, has announced the launch of TOS. It is a social notification feature which allows you to send notifications that you find are worth of being notified to other users of InShots from your contacts list. Truebill, which is a marketplace for buying and selling second-hand cars, has raised north of $5 million in its Series A round. And the venture capital firms that participated include Kalari Capital, Inventus Capital, Tecton Ventures, and Kai Capital. Infosys is continuing with its strategy of investing in promising startups from the tech sector overseas. And this time, the company expressed its love for data science by pumping in a sum of $4 million in US-based Waterline Data Science. Waterline Data Science is a company that provides cutting-edge data discovery services and data governance software. So guys, that's it for today. But I'll catch you up the next Thursday. Stay tuned and goodbye.